Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, there was no need for that.
No.
There'll be no congratulatory handshakes tonight after a bad finish to this game. A lot of people will only be talking not about the Browns beating the Steelers, not about 2 wins in a row, but they'll be talking about that ugly incident that ended the game with 8 seconds remaining and a nasty brawl in the end zone to the closed end of the stadium. The nation watched it. It wasn't a pretty ending at all, and you would have to think the punishments will be swift and they will be severe.
We got 5 seconds in the game. I'm sorry, but it's kind of like never beat Baltimore and Pittsburgh in the same year since they've been in 1999. And then we've got to talk about this. So there's 52 other guys on the team that hurt, and it's going to hurt moving forward. So we don't condone that, and it's not going to. Miles understands what he did wrong.
Breaking news, and the NFL has suspended Myles Garrett without pay indefinitely for the remainder of the regular season and postseason, but he is planning to appeal that punishment.
We're going to continue to support him and Larry, and we will not waver with that support.
The NFL was determined to make sure that Myles Garrett would not play football again this season, period. So in total, Ogunjobi's 1 game, Pouncey's 2 games, and Myles Garrett remains indefinitely suspended.
Myles and Larry O was out. OV was still down. Me personally, I just like to sit back and, tell my D-line, next man up. Make sure coaches put you in the right positions to make your plays. And, everything outside of that, just work your technique. We don't need a superhero. We just need you to come here and do your job.
Well, I think anytime, we lose a family member, it's going to have an obvious effect with the group. And there's nothing we can do about it. So really, rather than dwelling in the past, it's about just moving on in the future, So I've really respected how the group is gelled together. We've got a lot of new faces in there as well. It's an unfortunate event, again, but we don't really have, in this business, you don't have time to really dwell on that. You got to move on.
It's definitely out of the norm. You don't see things like that, and most importantly, that's not Myles' personality. So it was disappointing that it got to that point. I thought the guys did a tremendous job locking back in, trying to prepare for the Dolphins, doing the things that we needed to do to get ready for that game on Sunday.
Well, obviously, it's a tough time and very emotional, for the organization, for players, for Myles himself, I'm sure. But I think the biggest thing was just that, obviously, we can't control anything that happens after that point. So we can only control the things that we control, and that's coming to practice, coming to work each and every day. And obviously, we understand and know that the situation from losing a player like Myles, but, that's behind us. We're not looking at that game, or we're not looking to retaliate, and we're just looking to come play just to win. That's my only personal goal. Do whatever it takes to win.
Remember, the Browns are without Myles Garrett, Larry Ogunjobi, and they lost Morgan Burnett to a torn Achilles tendon. Jarvis Landry will go up against his old team, the Miami Dolphins. He had 2 1,000-plus yard receiving seasons as a Dolphin. They paid Devontae Parker instead, and Landry was traded to the Browns, and the Browns gave him a nice deal here.
Father God, come to as humble as I can to say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for all things, Father God. I pray to just watch over this team, Father God. Watch over everybody that's here, Father God. Bless me, Father God. The only way that you can bless me, Father God. I surrender it all to you. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity. In Jesus' name. Let's go.
It was just another game to me. Obviously, a little bit more emotional for me. to see guys that I've played with, to see coaches that coached me, or to see personnel or staff, that pretty much was raised in the league around, So it was definitely emotional, but it wasn't bigger than, any game that I've ever played. I just wanted to go out there and do my best.
Be great. Be great. Be great. Be great, boy. Be great.
Jarvis is the type of leader that, he leads by example. He's a vocal leader. He's an emotional leader. He's passionate. He's a guy who can see something. He's a visual learner. He doesn't need reps. He can see something and he can transfer it and take it to the field also.
Everything for me comes down to preparation, the way that I prepare, the way that I continue to remain focused. That allows me to go out there and play fast, and that allows me to go out there and play with confidence. Not make it so much of just, about me or about the team, but, also about the fans and the people that are attending the game, especially the little ones, and my heart's for them always.
Oh, man. That's huge. It doesn't go unnoticed. He's trying to keep the wheels on too, just making sure we're in the best position to win. And nobody does too much, everybody does what they need to do, and we feel like we get the words and the message across that we're trying to get to our teammates that need the leadership at that moment. Even the leaders need some leadership, and that's what the best thing about this team is.
I'm thinking this your man right here.
Yeah.
So I see you. I'm thinking he coming right here.
Just from the beginning and, being at LSU and starting off on special teams and earning his way up, that most people don't realize, LSU being a defensive football team, he was voted MVP by his teammates, his peers. So that's a huge honor, especially being a receiver from a defensive team. So he's always done that. He's always led by example, on the field, and he goes out there and gives it what he has.
Let's go, bro. Let's get busy, 1-3.
Not too many times that you're able to play with, the guy that you were in college, your roommate, but, to compete and to be with each other. That's a very special thing, so I just enjoy it.
For us, man, we just out there having fun, cheering for each other. I think that's been the biggest thing. That's been the thing that I've appreciated about just our team the most. Everybody cheer and support for each other. It's no selfishness.
Good shot, boy. Good shot, boy. That's hit, bro. That's 2 hits. That's 2 hits. With a lot of game left.
I think that's in everybody. I think that's something that everybody has been showing, because, we realize, again, talent is one thing, but it's gonna still take everybody. It's gonna take everybody doing their job.
Come on, Austin, come on. Come on, 4. Boom. There we go. There we go. Good job, baby. Good job. Hey, good shot. Good job, Charlie.
We know to show them that we're just, fans of them as well, and that their job is not less important than ours. It's equally all the same, because we're a team.
I still got that. I still got that. I still got that.
I believe the law of attraction, what you speak about is what you bring about. So you speak good things and having a good day and running good routes, and that the ball is going to be attracted to you.
Kareem about to get in there. Kareem been trying so hard to get in the end zone. He about to get in there. to keep this, man. Rock him home, boy. Rock him home, boy. Rock him home, boy.
You have to have other aspects of it, somebody else stepping up and giving us another avenue to make plays. It is about the team that, we do our part, a team wins, we all win.
Welcome home, baby. Welcome home, baby. Feels so real. Yes, sir.
If you said to yourself as the year went on, boy, those Browns are loaded offensively. I know they're going to score a lot of points. When's it going to happen? It happened today. Landry was sensational against his old team. A great day for the Browns. They beat the Miami Dolphins and get their 5th win of the year.
I told you what the I was going to do you, right? I told you I was about to do you. You're supposed to do that, though. I told you what I was about to do you, right?
We're always trying to prove ourselves because we're trying to make a career of this. This is what we do for a living. From a coaching perspective and a playing perspective, when we go out there, and that's what the fans should expect, that's what ownership should expect. Our job is to put the best product we can on the field. It's hard enough to win, it's hard enough to compete if you're worrying about things outside of the game plan and the game. That's where equipment, that's where all the auxiliary staff comes into play that allows you to just show up and play. Shows up when we go to practice, like you just count on everything's there. You don't even ask. Like, everything that goes behind the scenes, you just count on that it's there. They do an awesome job of that, of basically how can we help? How can we make it better? How can we make it easier on you for you to do your job? Which is the sign of a tremendous, tremendous group that is selfless because it gets very little of the credit, but yet deserves a ton of it because it can't flow without them.
So equipment staff guys never get any love outside of the building. Within the building, some of the most appreciated guys that truly deserving of that, the work and time that they put in. They're here before us, they're here after us. They pack up the trucks, they do all the stuff, like the hard workload behind the scenes.
I mean, you're cleaning up Monday after the game, and the boys are washing clothes and getting those prepped and ready to go. And really Tuesday on the player day off, we start packing again, getting ready for the next game. Jimmy's my helmet and shoulder pad guy. Jeff is my entire clothing guy. Corey preps footballs and does practice. Our interns, Alex and Zach, phenomenal what they do. And they do all the pre-prep packing during the week, so they do a phenomenal job. I have the best crew. Thanksgiving was just here, and I couldn't be more thankful for these guys because I think, have the best crew in the league.
We continue throughout the whole week, just getting ready for game day. Just going through every helmet in the locker room, checking the pieces, the parts, the screws, chin strap clip, every little part of the helmet itself. Working on Baker and Jarvis here. We want everything to just look really nice. It looks good, it's safe, it's ready to go. Finish it off, get it ready for game day. That's our job. Our job is just get you ready for the game. Make it look good. With Baker, quarterbacks, defensive players, linebackers that have our speaker system inside the helmet so that the coach can communicate with them. Each of those helmets have to be designated. You have to be able to pick them out on the field with this green dot on the back of the helmet. You see his chapstick, always using that. It's become almost like a habit, a tradition that he's had.
I am the worst person at losing my chapstick. I mean, I go through, I don't know how many a year. It's the one chapstick that I actually don't lose. I know where it's at all times. It's in my helmet. It's a lucky little spot for me. But I don't even have to worry about my helmet. Jeff does such a good job on the sideline. If I have a beanie on, he's ready with my helmet. I'll take my beanie off, I got my superstitious, give him the beanie first, grab the helmet, give him knuckles, but he always has it regardless. He'll find me, so I never have to worry about grabbing my helmet. He's ready on the spot.
Right now we're just getting the shoulder pads taped for the game on Sunday. Say probably about 35 guys on the team prefer tape on the pads. It's standard all O linemen, D linemen, linebackers. And then after that, it's pretty much a decision by the player, whether it's a running back or receiver that likes it. The reason they like the tape is it just gives a little bit more stick to the jersey on the shoulder pads. And then, when you're playing, a guy can't really grab the material and pull you by it because that jersey, it just stays right there on the pad. It doesn't go anywhere. Everything's smaller, everything's lighter, because that's what the guys want. They want to feel as light as possible out there. They don't want to be, bogged down by a heavy pair of shoulder pads. And through many, many years of doing this, you kind of learn a few tricks to make it a little quicker. I think when I first started, it was taking about 8 minutes to put one jersey on a pair of pads because it would stick in the wrong places and I couldn't get it lined up. But I think I finally got a method that works. Yeah, you just kind of line it up inside out, flip it over, and then you're just kind of really looking for the main points. Get the number on top of the shoulders, get the stripes straight. That's pretty much it.
Corey, dealing with the quarterbacks, the most needy group of the team. Of all the footballs that Corey has to get prepared, get them in, prep them. I mean, I don't think everybody realizes the way they come in, they are not like even close to being ready to be used.
The way you're breaking in QB balls by just mudding it, brushing it, and taking care of the leather. Well, we're getting that feel of a ball that's been used for a month, and this ball's never been practiced with. So those are the 3 stages. This is straight out of the box. This is after it's been mudded, the mud is dried, and I've taken it to the wheel. And then this is after we've hand brushed it. Mud the ball is to basically break in the football, so it's not a brand new football straight out of the box where it might have more of a waxy feel to it, or the ball just feels hard to the quarterback. So they're broken in more and it has that older feel to it, but still has like the texture and feel of a brand new football. Alright, so now we can go onto the wheel. So I ended up taking off the guard. You can remove the actual grinding wheel itself and you can put different brush heads on it. I actually put a spacer on it, duct taped it, and I super glued it on. But now it makes scrubbing a football to almost complete in 10 minutes instead of a half hour to 45 minutes. At the end of the day, it's got to be a football good enough to get played in the game. Currently, to date, including preseason, I think my ball count is 184 footballs that we've made for game day in the equipment room. The new fad in the NFL is if you get a turnover to keep the football. And so anytime we have turnovers, we lose footballs. Previous week, we had our touchdown celebrations were to give away footballs. So when they give them away or we lose them because of turnovers, that means another ball that we have to make this week. Like there's part of an equipment room out there more so than what people see us doing. It gives us a sense of, we do matter and we're contributing to the team in the best way that we can.
It's a different feeling when you have a football that's been worked on and prepped by him. It goes into it that, that grip of when you have it, you just feel confident. And to me, that's a big part of my game is feeling good about it when the ball's in my hand. Having that belief that this is the football that's going to win us the game. This is the ball that they're going to catch because it feels perfect. It's going to be snap perfect. And Corey, he does all that behind the scenes.
Right now, this loading dock's kind of actually in a scramble because the trucks arrived and we have practice approaching soon, but we have a full checklist here of everything that we're going to put on the truck for game day. And we're just getting it all prepared and making it as easy for our truck drivers to load it in a proper form.
In our preparation trying to get ready for the Steelers, it was really more our focus just on the game itself. Everybody was talking about the previous game, but we wanted to make sure that we went in, really trying to be disciplined.
With what had happened, it's very difficult for people not to want to bring up and look back. And our message was to look forward. Same message from Freddie and our staff was 1-0 this week, and we're always trying to prove ourselves.
It's 6:30 and we're grinding out.
See where the King Lawler sign? Jerry the King Lawler, that was years ago. We get here 6 hours before the game. Some teams vary, but everybody's usually right in that norm. But this is what we like to do.
Just unpacking some player bags right now. We pack each player's gear, cleats, shoulder pads, helmets in their bags for each game. So now that it's game day, it's time to get that ready.
There had some rain yesterday. I think some rain came in late last night. I think it's supposed to let up about 10 o'clock today. It's more of a cold weather game, you know, because you got to take care of guys like Bob Myers over here. It gets cold real easy. So what we need to do is take care of him. By the way, Bob, I don't have that heater on the sideline.
Oh,
shit. You can't say that.
You can say that.
I think it varies, you know, from our plane loads that we've had before. Like on a normal regular season game compared to a cold weather game, you roughly go from probably 17,000 pounds to 20, 21,000.
So this is our coach's locker room for the game here in Pittsburgh, and I'm just starting to set up all their gear, all their pregame gear, game gear. We'll pull out some rain gear, some thermals, anything we may need, depending on the weather that we're going to get today here in Pittsburgh.
This is our inflation station. It'll set up all the footballs to the proper PSI and whatever we have it set to. League rules mandate that it's between 12.5 and 13.5. And we will set it to 12.7. And then the officials, they look at every ball and make sure all the balls pass inspection. No funny business is done to them. And then, like I said, they check the inflation on them.
So every player and coach has rain gear, warm weather gear.
You can't forget anything for anyone. And really our job is if you miss somebody, you fail. So we don't like to fail.
Here we go, Heinz Field, downtown Pittsburgh. Round 2 between the Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Browns have won 3 in a row. They're 5-6, but to stay in the playoff hunt, they need to keep winning.
This is heads and tails. Cleveland, it's your call. Tails. Tails is the call. It is heads. Pittsburgh has won. Cleveland.
I see you working new moves last that bull rush, boy. Keep going, man. Pleasure. Already, baby. Good luck. All right, boys. Let's go!
Hey, give him a chance to get going. Play fast. All right, see the ball, run the landmark and go. Let's go, left. Hey, to the crib on 3. 1, 2, 3.
So the Browns come out. Stephen Carlson in the game at tight end. Baker looks, he fires middle. Carlson caught it across the middle with a stiff arm. 30, 25, he's down to the 22-yard line, and another first down.
He put a stiff arm on Steven Nelson and put him right in the turf here at Heinz Field.
Mayfield back on 3rd down, pulls it down. He's going to roll near side right. He's still looking. He fires, and Landry caught it out of bounds. And are they going to say incomplete? They do. Landry is saying he caught it.
That's big, Juice. That's big.
Hey, you can make that. You can make that catch, right? Hey, I see your highlight tape. Don't worry, I see your highlight tape.
The ruling on the field has been reversed to a catch.
That boy Jarvis is a beast, man.
And the kick on the way, and it's up, and it is good, and the Browns lead.
Go get them down! Get them down! Chad Thomas been major 9. He's been balling. He's been holding his own. Like I told him before, we don't come in and need you to be a Myles Garrett. You need to come in here and make your own name. Let's go, man! Tighten up! This is what we live for right here! This is what we live for! I've been in the league for a while now, you know. I've been on a few teams, and it's all fun and games for me. I've been playing since I was 5, so I'm going to enjoy it like I'm still that age. You want some? You want some? You want some?
3rd down and 5, and Mayfield throws. It's caught. Kareem Hunt at the 5, and he's going in. Touchdown, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, oh! Yeah, oh!
Kareem Hunt's 2nd touchdown as a Brown.
Down here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What? Do it down here, man. I told you. Hey, good shot.
It's a team game. This is the best team game there is. We just got to play complimentary football. When we get a turnover, we got to score. If we do give up a turnover, we got to come out there and we got to stop. We got to keep the momentum going.
Hey, drive, keep it going.
I felt like, early on we came out fast. We stopped the run. We were doing some great things. We found ourselves in position a lot of times. We just didn't finish and make the play, and unlike we did in the first game. So they came up with some big plays, particularly in the passing game, and we just got to find ways to rectify that by making plays on the ball.
He's up, he's lobbing down the sideline, and it's picked off! They got it! The Browns pick it off! Up the sideline, it's Terrence Mitchell, and down to the 30-yard line! Just into the game, Money Mitchell! And they're in Pittsburgh territory deep at the 30-yard line with a chance to tie it up.
We got to play better on the road offensively. And we did do that. We just didn't sustain it. So you take the opening kickoff, you go down, you get points. You don't the second, but the third you do. You've had, 3 drives, 10 points, that's pretty good. But somewhere along that line, we just didn't convert that into, carrying that over.
The Browns got a field goal to cut it to 7, got another turnover but couldn't move it at all, got the ball back with just under 2 minutes, and they turn it over on a pick. And a knee taken by Duck Hodges. And the Browns and Steelers will split.
No time to bend and break now. Just keep it going. You never know. Honestly, it's NFL. And, just keep pushing forward, man. Want to know. Seriously.
You know what? That's the message that it needs to be. You can't get bored with having success one week at a time. You have to be able to do that and hit the reset button.
1-0 is staying in the moment, worrying about what you can control on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, and then just winning the game. Whatever it takes to win the game on Sunday is what you need to do.
You're gonna see my redneck truck. You couldn't get away with driving this truck back home. It's too big. I embrace the American culture. Everything's bigger. My dad and mom are home. Well, at my home. Dad's doing the flyover for this weekend, so that's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited for that. Obviously, a bit focused on the game, And then we're gonna have some pints afterwards when we win. And then, just go and hang out for a little bit, So this is my truck. I had to get a lift kit on her, and so I think I got a 6-inch lift. Got some big old tires. Well, I'm gonna get bigger ones too. But I'm like, this is like a little American dream right here, Big trucks, big highways, terrible speed limits, but we're having a good time.
Terrible as it's too slow?
Yeah, should be able to go like 80. Oh. Gotta step pretty high to get in this thing. So my parents are here and I got the dog. I've actually, not just my parents, my cousin flew over from Scotland to see this game. Sometimes they like to go to the pub and watch some football or whatever, so I just join them and hang out. The Fly Monkey is a great little pub. I love it. It's really like family orientated.
Flying Monkey, that was the place that you were at when you found out that you made it to?
Yeah. Drinking some beers and stuff, and a few people had recognized me in that, but just kind of keeping to ourselves and having a good time. And then I got the phone call that I made it, and I've got a dog. It's a German Shepherd. His name's Berea, and my dad said to me, he goes, "Yeah, I need to take Bear for a pee." I was like, "No, he doesn't need a pee," because I knew it's my family. This always happens in my family. As soon as he leaves, I'm going to get the phone call. Yeah. He took 3 steps out of that door. The phone was going off from Mr. Dorsey. He said, "Yeah, get yourself ready to play Tennessee." I was like, "Oh man, that's so crazy." I put the phone down, and then the whole place went ballistic. It was a really fun time, and then Dad finally came back, and Dad looked at me, and I was like, "Made the team," and he was like, "Sorry, yeah, and, we had a great time, but in my head though, still, just because I made the team doesn't mean anything. This is a very cutthroat business, so I'll just next day focus up and get ready to have fun and and play well. And I take it seriously. Obviously, it's my craft, and I love winning, and I love playing football. But I try to really enjoy this. You know, that's what life's about for me. You know, it's not a job anymore if you enjoy it. So that's the way I look at it. Bear, what's up, buddy? Got some friends. There's a little bear, or big bear. Come here, bud. Come on. So, and here's the family. There's Dad, my cousin, Beth, Ma. That's where I get all my genes from.
I would never have imagined I'd be flying over Cleveland in a P8. You know, it's fantastic. So we're back here again, just getting some amazing opportunities. And that's what I love about the military. You never quite know what's ahead of you, but to be flying over the stadium on game day and to have Jamie down there, suited up for the Browns, ready to play, I mean, it's just once in a lifetime. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be unreal. You know, when you looking up, we wave, when you go and buy it. Yeah, I mean, Air Force been such a huge part of obviously my life, and I used to love going into his work when you were working and stuff. And I used to see, seeing him on the plane, seeing pictures and stuff, and how hard he's worked and how hard my granddad worked and stuff too. So it's gonna be a whole lot more for me than just seeing you fly over it. You know, it's a lot of years of stuff. It's gonna be really cool. There he is. That's a badass motherfucker right there. Yeah. Oh, Pop's right there.
Let's go.
I was sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great.
Be great. Be great.
Yes, sir.
Every game in the National Football League is a precious one because it's one of 16. You only get 16 opportunities during the course of the year, so you have to make the most of them. Every part of the team is crucial.
Great kick. There we go. That's how you do it. My personality, I think, is constantly trying to be a team player, showing the team that I care a lot, and so being supportive on the sideline, just taking each moment like it might be my last.
Third down, 23, back, quick slant, throws, and it's tipped and picked off. They got it down the left sideline. It's Denzel Ward, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Let's get snapped.
Mr. Ward, what a fantastic pick that was. Great fucking hit, dude. Good job. Good job, Carlson. Good job, boys. Good job. Yeah, 100 shots, baby. So, great snap, buddy. Good job, buddy.
Hey, your dad was a little early on that flyover.
Whoa!
Bit, right?
Hey, he looked awesome. That's all that matters. I'm all about jokes, and having fun, especially if it's making fun of me. So it's good fun. I don't mind it.
Hey, tell your dad he was a little fucking early. What the? Tell him to ease on that gas pedal next time, huh?
I'll tell him.
Dalton shotgun, back to pass. He got hit. He's going down. They got him. Sheldon Richardson puts him down. All the way back at the 29-yard line. They'll have to settle for a field goal.
Let's go, Chuck. Let's get it started.
The game plan was definitely run the football, but we just do whatever we got to do to make big plays at big times. You know, we got to be the people to make the big plays sometimes, and we thrive off each other with that.
That's right! I'm here! Let's go!
You know, the most important thing is to win, and you got to learn that quick, because if you don't win, nobody look good. You can be the best player in the world, but if your team don't win, don't matter.
Mayfield shotgun, he's got the snap. Back, settles, runs left to the corner. He's to the 10, he's to the 5, he dives around the pylon. Touchdown, Baker Mayfield, as he runs it in from 7 yards out.
Way to get nasty.
How are you doing, Ref? Good, man. How are you? Oh, fantastic.
Let's go. Hey, again, baby. Again. It's mileage out there for you to go get. And me.
We just feed off each other. Like, he make a big play. When I get my chance, I'm going to go, you know, because he made a big play, it gets me hyped up, and I'll go make a big play too, you know. And I mean, if I didn't score, I don't mind at all. Let him get a touchdown, man. I just want to win, and
Right.
I know when he is in there, I mean, he has a nose for the end zone, so he's going to find a way in. And at the end of the day, man, we winning games. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's the only thing with us.
Hey, this our house. You know we run this. You know we run this.
Hell yeah, bro. Go offense.
Let's go.
We pride ourselves on being the best running back group in the league and best running back tandem too. Chubb and I are dangerous together, and we feel like us two together, we should be unstoppable.
He's outside, he's gone! Touchdown! Kareem Hunt! And he's up into the crowd again!
We go.
Great job.
I mean, I like Batman and Robin. He can be Batman. He can be Batman. I'm Robin, but you know,
ain't no Robin, bro.
I'm Robin, but really Thanos.
Thanos.
That's the way to hit that thing. Good shot, baby boy. Good run. That's all because of you, baby.
Yeah.
That's all because of you. Way to set the tone. Way to set the tone.
Finish that.
You know, anytime you add playmakers to the field, you have different options. You have different things that you can do with them to create space, and they're good space type players. And then it opens up other guys too, so much that goes unnoticed sometimes. But you know, they're tremendous. They work well together. They work well with each other, for each other. Just ultimate teammates.
Come on, we gotta stop the run. We gotta stop the run.
We didn't get as much success as we wanted to early in the year, but I'm proud of the way these guys have just kept their head down and kept working, whatever the adversity was, whether it was self-induced or whatever. They've just kept working.
Let's get go! Yeah, let's get go, man! Hey, that's how you can fight that motherfucker all fucking day, motherfucker! Hey, I fucking love it, man! Good. Let's fucking go!
They've stayed in the moment for the most part on a week-to-week basis, blocked out the outside noise, not worried about what other people were saying and talking about. And that's the way you have to approach a football season, because it's a week-to-week deal. You know, they're going to love you one week and not like you so much the next week. So understand that's the business you're in, accept it, and just go play the game and stay in the moment.
Great running today, homie.
Appreciate it, brother.
The Browns win it 27-19 over the Bengals. The Browns now go to 6-7. So once again, we approach that line of trying to get to 500. It's been a long road back from 2-6, and it had a hiccup last week in Pittsburgh.
And after that loss in Pittsburgh last week, this was a much, much needed win.
Yes, it really was. So the Browns win 27-19, and they now go to 6-7 with an opportunity to get to 500 next week way out west in Arizona against the Cardinals.